Okay, so I'm recording this to kind of use as an archive to what I had done with my friend Arthur um 3 years ago, and we kept it going for about a year and a half until kind of leaving it. We worked on it overall for I'd say 2 years, but yep. So I just want to do a tour so we kind of remember once the server will be gone about what I did and what we did together and all the work and effort we had put. Because obviously one day all this is going to go away and disappear, and all we have to remember is is this video. So that's why I'm filming it, and that's the point. So here we'll start. So once we started the donation, I don't know if we can slash T. Maybe we can see when it was created. So April 5th, 2023. That's when the town was created. It's on the island of St Helena, so in the Atlantic, and we were both fanatics of Napoleon Bonaparte, so we did our best to recreate an island. At first, uh, I'll talk about this part later, but first it was just this one mountain here. All of this is terraformed. At first it's just one mound by itself in the middle of the ocean. I'll try to show what the mound looked like by just going around it a bit, and here you go. That's the mound. You can still kind of see the shape. It's the only natural looking thing here. Everything else kind of looks off. That's my terraforming. I'm sorry. I apologize. We can go inside the mound, and all of this we still haven't really changed. All of this here. I personally was planning to make this part a museum type place, so I kind of left it like this, hoping kind of one day that we'd have this here as like as a window. Maybe it'll make it look a bit like a church. But yeah, most of this is how it used to be. Actually, before, when we first arrived on the island with Arthur, it's hard to believe, but there's actually a giant statue of a basic looking character, right? Uh, Oops, oops. I this? No, no. I, oops. I forgot how to do it. Anyway, it kind of looked like a basic Minecraft character, and that was kind of it. And from there, we kind of thought, how are we going to build something to honor the great Napoleon, right? With this little amount of land. So it was always part of the plan to have Napoleon's house. So this is it. This map art actually took us a while to find. So here you go. This is a way to get in as well. Those are just chests with nothing really in it. I'll tell you why we had to do this later. Probably be part of the ending part, because it's the saddest. So the house I found on YouTube, and I just modeled it, and I didn't do the inside because I was planning to do it another time, but I never got to it. And let's start. So this is the city. Took us a while to find the design we were planning to do. Took us loads of sandstone. Because we went to find it ourselves in Africa. Because we were like, we're not going to buy it. The roof there's glowstone. We tried to make it look very pretty. Didn't really work out, but you know, that's kind of life. We have a whole model of these houses designed with all the everything inside. So this is just it's just us that never really got to fully building it. But yeah, we have everything inside in a creative world. Well, we had. I think it's gone now. And these cute little patches. This took us loads of time, but it wasn't really my project because my project was here. So this is a Yuki thing. This is kind of just me that did this. So I built this castle here. I built it and I think it looks pretty nice. Tried to inspire myself from French castles, chateau. I found this YouTube video explaining how to do something similar, but the problem was I was kind of stupid and I completely forgot that to make this symmetrical I had to do a 2-door. So if you look at the build that I was inspired by, you'd see that this was 3 here, so it looks more natural, but here it's 2. So I kind of messed up the build. Before we used to have a staircase here, but I broke it down to try to do a better one, and I never did one. This this jardin à la française, is just me. I tried to make it look a bit like a maze. It didn't really work, and all the sizes are off, but I think it looks alright. Once you go down here, you'll get to the dungeon. This was supposed to be a dungeon, but never did it. And this is Arthur's work of art. It's his chest room that he created all by himself. And you can drop here. And now you have the redstone for the shop. I'll show that later. And then you have the farms. And this is Arthur's work. This is all of him. It's only him. So he made loads and loads of levels to have loads of farms. Oops, I nearly died here. And this is the beacon, and this is bedrock. So we actually got down to the bottom. We're actually planning to have a theater in here. Never got to it either, but the idea was good. I liked it, having a theater. I feel like it would have worked. So yeah, this is Arthur's magnum opus. Is this whole underground part? He dug it out all by himself, and he created all the levels by himself, and everything. All of that is Arthur's magnum opus. And the redstone and the chest. I kind of only designed the cities and kind of helped with the city. But actually we had a phase where we had other friends helping us with the city before. But yeah, the chest room and everything, that's Arthur's magnum opus. He also made this lava thing, very useful, and this really cool looking smithing? Smoldering? I can't find the word. Yeah. Furnace area. Another thing he did, which I will now show you, if I can get to it. I think it's here. There you go. It's the shop. So the shop, very well designed, I'd say. You had all the possible things. I started filling it up. Look. But in the end I never really got to it because it was towards the end of the Minecraft phase. So we stopped. It's very sad to see how a build like this just kind of dissipates and goes away. So I'm kind of just trying to record it to remember. Now let's go back to the spawn. And I'll explain some of the lore more in depth to not forget this. Oh yeah, this is the sorting. So we had like before we had all of the thing was on top before digging this hole. So we had to bring everything down, and the way we found that was by just digging a hole and just throwing everything in it, and it would fall into the chests downstairs, and we would sort it painstakingly. But yeah, so now let's get to the fun parts, which are really the later years. So we had actually managed to make a whole area here. If you can see before, it used to be square. We can get to the border here. There you go. All of this is gone. See, you can clearly see this here. How it looks. Yes, all of that gone. Because actually mods basically told us that they would delete our whole island if we didn't do this. Because for them we had done terraforming, which even though I believe it was on false charges, because there's many other examples of different places that have more terraforming or more unrealistic stuff than us. For them, what we had done was too much, because we could see our nation in the ocean. So I could go on ages about this, because I mean, to be honest, there is a lot of things that you can see, and our island wasn't one of those that you could see on the map. So for me, that was completely. We had a bigger mountain here. It was very big. It was Mount St Helena or something like that. It was some dumb name that we chose. You can see that this one also went up, and you can see the flag is still there as a vestige of our work. But yeah, so after that, is kind of when my friend completely cut off and stopped playing this game, Arthur. And I did my best to kind of like make this look like a memorial museum. Because when you lose half of your island, you have to find a way to make it look pretty. So I tried to fill all this with glass and then make a museum. But I never had the time, and I don't plan on doing it anytime soon. One of our greatest losses with Arthur was actually something here. The day they completely removed half our island, they actually didn't tell us. We were supposed to know, but they didn't tell us because EarthMC mods, right? And to finance this island, we had actually done a little scam that I hope no one will ever mention again, because it was we both felt very bad for it, but things have to be done. You know, to create things, you have to destroy others. So we needed gold to start, and this one person offered us their town mayorship in exchange for something miserable like 20 gold. And their town was actually by the name of Tabasco. So if I were right now to open EarthMC Aura maps, we probably cannot see it, but I will do it because for everyone's own joy. EarthMC, EarthMC Terra Aura map, and I'll show you where it was that we actually. So again, here you can see St Helena. You can barely see it, right? When you completely zoom out, you can't even see it. But things like this, completely unnatural roads, or this ship here, or my biggest example is this thing. What is this doing right around Sri Lanka? I mean, oh whoa, all this. This thing never got cut down, right? Like this, or this, which will always bother me. Like, this isn't natural, and yet they never got to it. The mods. Anyway, so Tabasco. Ooh, Tabasco is somewhere here. See, it was moved. It used to be here. That's where Tabasco used to be. And all of this, we basically sold about. We basically sold about 100 gold worth of land. And for us, back in the day, 100 gold was a lot because we were trying to get to 2,000 gold to create a nation. But yeah, so in them destroying all of our island, and by the way, making this look disgusting, so I started working on it, but again, never finished it. They actually removed one of our very special chests that we had hidden, where we actually kept all the Tabasco that we had basically stolen from Tabasco, as kind of a way to remember what we had done. And all of that chest was deleted. I asked the mods to give it at least that chest back, and they told me basically to go fuck myself, saying that they were not going to roll back because they had better things to do. So sadly, we did our best to recreate Tabasco here, but it wasn't the same potion. I don't know how they made Tabasco look, because it definitely wasn't an instant health potion. It was some weird potion. I'm not trans, by the way. I found this walking, but I found it cute, so I kept it. The chests are still very much full, and there's still loads of stuff. And I know that all this could be. I could sell this island. Like, even if you look at how much we have right now in the bank, I could sell this for probably 10k easily because of how much we have in here. We have full chests, full buildings. Everything is built, and loads of time was put in. Statistic wise, I'm not actually that high. Like, this isn't that much. I don't know if they reset the statistics, but if you look at my stone, that's nothing. Yeah, I think they reset the statistics because this is a lot higher before. If they didn't, then oops, I just kind of made myself look stupid. Look at this. This is a big deal. But actually, my friend Arthur, phew, he had approximately 1 million mined stone, and that's enormous. I don't know if he worked on it a lot. Sadly, right now, I kind of cut ties with him because I had problems with him. But he definitely is some of the one of the people I still respect a lot for just the devotion you can have to just mine 1 million blocks for a Minecraft world. I think it was like this that I can get back in here. There you go. Still gotta hide it, so because everything's open. So this is how you get to the top, and this is how I spent all my time working on trying to make this look good. We didn't have enough stone slabs, and I'm not really bothered to get any more. I want to try to get into one of the buildings so you see kind of what it looks inside. Like this. We actually have room for one more floor here. I think it looks very nice. All this is designed by me and basically built by me. Oh, what the hell happened here? So yeah, this is kind of the tour from, I don't know how long it's been, but this is the tour of the world that my friend and I spent so long working on. That will probably disappear once I get to uni and once I start actually focusing on life. But I wish that maybe someday this resurfaces, right? That maybe they don't fully destroy the EMC servers, or maybe they keep a copy of them, so that one day someone can walk through here and be like, wow, this was actually a heavily thought out project, and there's loads of ideas and things like that that came through here. I'll maybe just end this with one last small story that I had that I want to tell you guys that kind of made me want to start playing EarthMC in a very like strong way. It's one day this is my character's Ray Anami with with Bonaparte clothes. Actually, again, right before saying it, I actually made a custom design for a Napoleonic soldier for all of the members of this town that is now completely all the residents of this town before they all left. I made loads of different clothing types. I made grenadier. I think we call them grenadier. I forgot how we call them. Riflemen, etc. I made loads of different types of different marshal, captain, etc., etc. But yeah, so actually I might just take the boat to show you what I mean. When you're exploring Earth MC, so for me it first started with Earth Nova. It was Terra Nova, so the first Earth MC server before they changed to Terra Aurora. I actually joined it because I saw a video by this guy called Drew Durno. I don't know if anyone really knows what it is, who it is, but he used to make political stuff, political videos about games like Hearts of Iron, etc. Now I know nowadays he talks most about Reddit and memes, but back in my day he used to make videos about political roleplay servers. And so when I joined the server, Terra Nova, I set up on trying to find a place to live, place to make a town, etc. You know, like any normal person. And actually, I just remembered the first place I was actually in was Okinawa, which is pretty important to me because my family's from there. And I was mayor of Okinawa for a while before creating my own town with one of my sister's friends. That was during COVID, and we called that Trodheim, I think, or yeah, Trodheim. We put that town in the north, and we had something going on. It wasn't that big of a deal, and he kind of left, and I kind of left. But then they created Terra Aurora, and I thought it was a good idea to start over. Now, what fascinated me so much about this server, and I feel like you feel that in any other Minecraft server, is that there's so much life that has come before you, that you're kind of overwhelmed by all these messages and these notes and these chests full of items that you don't really know what they were for, right? They could be niche things where someone put loads of random stuff that they thought would be cool to show or they needed to make a build. And with that, they'd write notes to their friends. And there was this one place far north of the map in Terra Nova where they had this, oh, there's land over there. Far north of Terra Nova where they had loads of those messages. It was just a place full of those messages. Oh, that's the land. And loads of people saying, I was there, I was here, don't forget me. I wish I won't be forgotten. And don't worry, I still haven't forgotten you. Separatist potato. It was something like that. It was a very funny name. If you're watching this video, then I hope you know that I still remember you. And so, just having that, I don't know, it's cool. It reminded me of how much in the real world, it's basically the same, right? We're left things by other people that you discover, that you can see, and in a way you have to respect it, right? So I hated when people would pillage stuff in Minecraft servers because pillaging is for me like the worst way of doing things because you destroy something. I think you could steal stuff from chests that you find. What the hell is this? Oh, Golden Horizon was here. See? This person. Oh, I'm getting messaged. But yeah, and there's someone else here. See, these people. And you're like, wow. Right? You can steal stuff from chests, but breaking the builds is for me something that always makes me feel very sad. That's why I don't want to leave this server yet because I don't want my build to disappear. But at the same time, I have to understand, and I know that it's the same for loads of people, that letting go is always good, and things will eventually get destroyed, right? Time is infinite, and at one point, everything we have been alive for, everything we have built will disappear. And there's something pretty poetic about that. There's something pretty realistic about how all the work I've done with my friend at one point will disappear. Whether it's through me leaving too long so they destroy my town because that's what they do with their FMC, or by just the servers crashing in 20 years or in 10 years, hell, maybe 5 years, just deleting the whole server like they did with Terra Nova. And having to accept that fact is probably the most liberating thing, is to say that, we're all going to go, everything's going to disappear. Why latch on to materialist things? Why not just enjoy what we have right now in the present? So yeah, those are my thoughts I've had, and this is maybe why EarthMC has always been this one server that I've always just come back to. It's because of how similar it is to the real world. But I know some people feel the same about, what's that? 2B, 4B, 2T? Something like that, I forgot. I don't play Minecraft that much anymore. 2B, 2T, that's it. It's a whole history, right? And it's the same for the real world. We have loads of history, loads of ruins. Oh my god, I could go on for so much longer. I heard about these Buddhist statues that had been standing for like 200,000 years or something in Afghanistan that were bombed and broken by the Taliban. One of the great wonders of the world. But when I looked at it and I saw the grief around the fact that we're losing these historical monuments, I'm just happy we still have pictures of those. Because to be honest, I wasn't ever going to go there. And even though it means a lot religiously, I'm not a believer, so it never really affected me. But seeing history go away is always very painful, right? I mean, we have to admit that seeing history disappear is painful. But at the same time, I'll get Golden Horizon was here as well. but it also doesn't affect me. I think it was going to disappear anyway, right? The Taliban's destroying it. For me, it isn't that big of a deal. Even though I don't agree with what they do, personally, things will eventually disappear. That's kind of what Minecraft has made me realize. I'm kind of sad I haven't been able to go to any places I could show you that kind of reminded me of what I was talking to you about during Terra Nova. But I hope maybe I'll resurface this video and I'll re-see it and I'll think to myself, hey, you know what? Maybe my childhood wasn't that bad because I managed to understand things like this in a way where holding to materialistic things wasn't really my top priority, and leaving things to disappear is kind of worth it. Thank you very much for hopefully watching this video. I hope I managed to say something a bit eye-opening.